we're gonna watch Macro.Exe. So let's see what Macro does. We're gonna speed up Macro's play. I didn't see how far Macro got or what Macro's coin score is. But that's fine. I guess you and I will both be surprised. Unless you were actually paying attention to the scoreboard. I just picked, number 1. I looked at their name and I was like, I know who this is. So I think I've seen Macro play once. I don't think I've recorded me watching Macro. But I know I've seen Macro's name on the leaderboards, and I think I watched Macro before I started actually recording this series. Macro, like a lot of expert players, able to kill the shopkeeper, no hesitation, loots everything, uses the ice familiar as intended, just like a true pro. Actually, what's with the shopkeep? Interesting. Anyways, I think it's because I fixed in my settings, right? Hold on. Oh yeah, I wanted to try this out today, so I'm wondering if that's why. Cool. I just turned on that setting. I always see it in my sound settings, but I never, bothered. Very cool though. Let's see here. So yeah, that familiar would have been really awesome for me to use, if I had the chance to use it. Alright, so now they briefly went into the shop, but Macro was like, nah, not for me, bro. So they got hit, but that's fine. They have the ham, so they're good. Now I'm wondering, are they going to try to use the shrine? No. The shrine is not a big deal for them. They're definitely using the blood drum so they can dig and get gold. So this is going to be like a blood heavy run. They did tap into the shrine. Did that take hearts to do? I don't think I saw that. Oh, and they got the cool item. I want one of those. I mean, I'll if I get one, I'll probably die due to reloading because I'm gonna forget to reload. But those items are so cool. Oh, I hope they use this item throughout the whole run. It's really satisfying watching Macro use this. So cool. A little trippy, a little bit for my eyes to follow because I sped it up so much, but very, very awesome. Love this. Cool. Then we're watching here the two little wraiths. Woo. Not going for the glass spear. But then again, when you have a blood weapon and you use the blood drum, I guess having a blood weapon is great because you can heal, break more shop walls. So that's advantageous. Forget whatever I said. Apparently, they're not going for the blood weapons. Or they did, and they just decided to use it to kill the shopkeep. Yeah, they're gonna go back for their thing. Or no, they're sticking with they're still using a blood weapon. I guess it's just too risky to be reloading. I think that was their mindset, This is better, you can do more damage by charging forward. You still have that 2 tiles, so you can still manage enemies well. So that's fine. Very cool. Yesterday, after my recording, I actually played just this level because in the solo campaign mode, I still need to release the shopkeep on the second floor. I didn't unlock them yet. I had to find the glass key and release whoever is stuck in prison. So I was gonna try to do that. I keep getting beat up on the second or third floor. So my glass key always breaks. I tried like 3 rounds and then I was like, nah, I'm not gonna play anymore. Might try again after watching this and like editing the video. So cool watching all this though. It's very interesting to see how they move and navigate. And already at 1800. Good job. Good balance of enemy management and farming for gold. I think their bomb charm allows them to have a bigger what is it called? A bigger blast radius. So that's really cool. I'm also wondering if that diagonal spell does like an infinite amount of damage or if it does a certain amount, because like I'm seeing it break chests and everything. Ooh. Let me say, this person is after my heart. They got the boots and they got the obsidian armor. Thank you, Macro. I'm also thinking maybe, and I'm saying maybe because it's going to be a lot more work, but I think it'll be very worth it. I don't know if after watching a certain amount of runs, if you guys want me to like edit these more so we're only watching like the new things that I see, or if you don't mind watching the run in its entirety. Like, I don't mind watching the run in its entirety. Like, I'll watch it either way. But I'm just wondering for you guys, like, is it entertaining for you guys to be listening to me as I'm like watching and like reinforcing the lessons I'm learning? Or do you guys just rather me just get the highlights of the leaderboard run? Because I do admit that these do get kind of long for you guys. I like the length because like I love watching Crypt of the Necrodancer plays. Like I could do this all day, every day. It's just fascinating to me. Especially because like it's like watching a magic trick. Because even though I know how it works, every single time I try it, like I just fail. And it could be just because I don't play it enough consistently. So like I only play it like once a day. The only exception being like yesterday where I played like 3 additional times and only the second floor. But these are just questions I ask. And they just destroyed the blast helm. Maybe they like having that buffer time. Maybe they don't want things to be exploding immediately. I don't know. But that was an interesting decision by Macro. That's why I like watching these runs. Even though it may seem like repetitive on the outside, each runner treats different obstacles differently. Like Macro is one of the first people who I see actively went after boots. And like they're using it to their full advantage. They're using their water boots so they can hop over these mud puddles like it's nobody's business. I think it's mud, right? Yeah. They don't seem to be getting stuck in it. And now they're at the conga line and they lost their multiplier. But like when you're at the conga, you can get the multiplier really quickly again. Because you're doing so much movement, so. That was a flawless victory. Good job, Macro. Ooh, and they got the heal spell? Yeah, I would get the heal spell over the diagonal attacking spell like any day. Alrighty, so they're just looting the shop. Because that's what you do. You loot the shops. I like seeing Macro's strategy here. Macro uses the blood shovel for like the smaller pieces of the shop and just uses like one bomb at a time strategically to get as much gold from the walls. Good strategy. Here I'm noticing that Macro unfortunately has to deal with those icy terrain because those boots do not protect for iciness. And it seems like Macro's struggling a little bit there. And if they're not struggling, I'm just saying it looks like they're struggling, but for all I know, Macro's probably like, whatever, I don't care about slipping and sliding. Who needs to have a good streak going when you're this good? In a couple beats, they get all their, like, shield back, or their armor back from the Obsidian. Missing a beat or two because of ice is not a big deal. And they still got the little frozen snowman's familiar. Like, I wish I kept mine. And, like, used it. Because, like, I definitely kept it. I just never used it. I wish there was a way for me to, like, replay my daily run. Like, imagine how awesome it would have been if I was able to play my daily run again and actually use the stuff that I learned. But Crypt of the Necrodancer is not one of those games that are learned by memory. They're learned by actually, like, remembering the mechanics of the game. And, like, being familiar with each of the enemies' dance patterns and each of the different items that you can get. So, it's fine. I just like to think sometimes. And I do know, I think in the Steam community, I think some people do have, like, certain seeds that they published, so that way people can, like, practice certain techniques. I may do, like, another mini-series about that. Maybe. I want to kind of give, like, the series maybe, like, 30 daily runs before I, like, do other stuff. But it would be cool to try out some of the other seeds and just see what I learned from them. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, that's really fast. I'm also having this at, like, I don't even know what speed. So, like, now it's, like, dizzying. But it's very fascinating. I just have to keep that in mind while I'm watching this, that, like, I'm watching this really sped up. So, like, obviously, I'm not going to be able to think at the speed I'm watching of what I'm going to do. But it's very cool to, like, glean a bit of knowledge of what Macro's doing at, you know, a macro level. He just, like, saw the mimic. He is not staying on a single lava tile for too long. I don't think it matters because I think those boots are good for lava tiles. But I'm not entirely sure. Ooh. Yeah. So now this person can be pretty aggressive because they have those boots. Pretty cool. Flawless victory. Love it. Alrighty. Let's see what they do here. They're gonna obviously kill a shopkeep, right? Well, they're gonna blow that up for the, yeah, for the strength charm. And then they're gonna destroy all those walls. Love to see it. Let's see here what they do. Oh, another thing is I stumbled upon the Crypt of the Necrodancer Reddit community. I think they're relatively active. I know there's one person who's keeping track of, like, all the leaderboards and, like, the scores over time. I even searched for myself and, like, obviously my score is not great. But it's interesting to see that they compile everyone's score, even, like, the little people like me. I wish I could say, like, who it was. Ooh. Is this an actual death? Like, or was this a mess up? Let's see. Yeah, Macro had a win. And they won with 21,000. So I think that was a case of an up key being missed. Or an up key being done. You know, one of those glitchy things. But very cool to see Macro.Exe do, like, a really amazing job. So, awesome. Thank you so much for watching another episode of both my daily run and learning from the masters of Crypt of the Necrodancer. As usual, remember that you are loved and have a wonderful evening. Ciao!